guys, kia ora, whakalofa lahi atu. Welcome back to this week's podcast episode. Actually, this is going to be a bonus podcast episode because this episode was actually a live. It was the Instagram live, but the sound was really, really bad that I didn't want to put it on the podcast because it was that bad. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to re-record it and I'm just going to tell you guys this again. And I really wanted to bring it onto the podcast because it's so important, and I think it will help so many. So the question on the Instagram live was, how have you dealt with setbacks or failures in a way that strengthened your confidence? And firstly, never a failure, always a lesson, right? I know it sounds cheesy, but I really fuck with that, right? Because we aren't a failure. It's not a failure, right? All you've done is you've learned something. You've learned what does not work. That doesn't work. Whatever you did, it didn't work. How do you know? Because you didn't get what you wanted, right? So it's not a failure. You've just learned something. You've learned a lesson. And sometimes we think, oh my gosh, like it's all going wrong. It wasn't supposed to be this way and all the things, and we make it mean all these things. But I want you to be open to the fact that it might be the right way. What happened, having that setback might be the right thing for you. For a long time when I got fired as an international flight attendant, I was like, everything went wrong. This is not how my life was supposed to be and all these things. But if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't be in Melbourne. I wouldn't be a life coach. I wouldn't have met and done all the things, right? Like, I wouldn't have the life that I have. So trust that it is the right way and everything is happening the right way, and everything's happening for a reason. Also, when I got fired, I made it mean I was a failure. I was so ashamed. I ran away. I moved to freaking Melbourne, right? I made it mean all these things. And I think that's what we do, right? We make the setback or the failure mean we're not worthy. We're not lovable. We're not good enough. We're not smart enough. We're not this, that, and the other. And it's like, no. All you've done is you've learned what doesn't work. That's all you've done. What do you do now? You learn from it. You take it on board. You reflect what went well, what didn't go well, and you try again. And you try again, and you keep on freaking trying till you get to where you want to be. We have to take the emotion out of it and just be like, okay, what did I learn from that? What can I do better next time? How can I go back and try again? How do I keep on going? Sometimes it's like, fuck, this shit makes for good fucking content, right? It's good entertainment. Record it, share it. It becomes a really good story. I'm so glad I got fired, right? Because it's become such a good story that it's my story as to how I became who I became, right? How I became a life coach. Well, I got fired. I started this business, So Extra, and then from there I realized it wasn't my passion and all of that. So then I started coaching because I realized I love community and helping people. And as I grew and became all the things, I help other people grow and become all the things, and there were no Polynesian life coaches out there, right? So it becomes a really good story. So think of it that way as well. And I just want you to remember, a lot of times we put our worthiness on these things. I thought I was only worthy because I was a flight attendant and I was traveling the world and all these things, right? I had my dream life, right? And when I lost that, I was like, well, I'm not worthy anymore. And I want to remind you that you are worthy as is, no matter what. No car, no job, no man, no house, no anything determines your worthiness. You're worthy as is right now. Freaking remember that. So next time you get knocked down, get the fuck back up and try again. Reflect, recover, reflect, and try again, and keep on going till you get to where you want to be. Sister, I love you so much. Ka kite. Koe kia.